Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do some on a little bit on a plan today. I was going to do another unboxing or a review, but I decided to do a state of the collection because within the month or so, I'm probably going to be selling off a third of this collection to finance future buys, a couple of Grail watches. You guys know the deal, you know the routine. And so I wanted to do a state of collection now. That way I have this particular collection documented, and in January of next year, after the new year, when I do a new year state of the collection, you'll see that this collection will change drastically. So yeah, let's do this. We're gonna start off with a few Hamiltons. Here's a very common, popular Hamilton. The Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical 38, just a great all-around field watch, very popular. Just can't say enough good things about this watch. Great low profile. It's a quintessential field watch, and that's one thing Hamilton nails is their field watches. You know, if you're in the market for a field watch, you can pretty much find what you want at Hamilton. Next up is the Hamilton Day-Date Pilot, or known as the Interstellar watch, or one of the Interstellar watches. Just a very cool pilot's watch. As you can see, it has those stainless steel indices that have engraving in them to where they catch and play the light, as you can see right there. So yeah, just a great watch, great all around. One of my favorite wears. I wear this at least 3 or 4 times a month. Good watch. And another quintessential Hamilton, everyone's familiar with this. This is the Khaki Automatic 38. This is in my top 5 daily wears. Always on the wrist. Anytime I go out hiking or anything like that, or even just around the house. Just a great watch, great Hamilton, love Hamiltons. So on to some different ones. Here's one I don't think a lot of people are familiar with. This brand is called Brillaire. This is considered, it's a style of a railroad watch. As you can see, each minute, 60 minutes is numbered around the outer dial rather than just indices. It has each second, and a great train engraving on the back case. These are assembled in Fountain Hills, Arizona. Cool little watch. Next is a Zeppelin chronograph, Los Angeles. Just another very cool watch, neat watch. I like the dial, has a very vintage aesthetic to it with that off-white color and the blue and red tracks around the outer dial. Great watch. And this is just a very basic Citizen Eco Drive dress watch. This is one of the first watches I ever got when I got back into watches, simply because of the TV show Mad Men. When I saw this, it was of course very inexpensive, but it just made me think of something that they would have wore on Mad Men or back in the 1960s. It has a very old retro look, especially with the acrylic dome. You get those distortions and shines off of it. Just yeah, just a cool play watch. Probably end up giving this to my grandson though. And here's a first Seiko of the collection. This is a solar chronograph. It is a model SBDC053. As you can see, I have the chrono going already. Nice sweeping action. I like it when the chronograph hands sweep across the dial instead of snap back. I always feel like the chronograph hand's gonna break off when they do that. But this is a great field watch. Solar, so it's always ready to go. And just a cool looking dial. and I have it on a Blue Shark NATO. Next up is a very popular micro brand, Boulder. This is a Boulder Expedition Everest. This is a very substantial watch. You feel it when you're wearing it. I have it on a NATO. I didn't like the rubber strap that came with it, but this is a tank of a field watch. Next up, everyone knows this watch, a Seiko Flightmaster, very popular watch. Have it on a wrist candy NATO. Citizen Nighthawk, great tool watch. This thing just even looks tough. I mean, everything about it is tough. The bracelet, the casing, the dial, just a very good watch. You're not gonna hurt this watch, and Seiko drive, so you know it's always ready on the go. Okay, let's jump into some Seikos. A lot of Seikos from here on out. First up is one of my most treasured watches. It's a Seiko SARG 009, which has been discontinued for quite a few years now. And I lucked out. When I actually bought this, I didn't know what I was buying, that I didn't realize that it had been discontinued, and I just lucked out that there was still some in the supply chain. And I have it, and this is a forever watch. This watch will be handed down to my kid, my son. This isn't going anywhere. It'll always be in my collection. Love this watch. Next up, Seiko SRP 777 Turtle, very popular. I had this watch on in the Pacific Ocean just a couple of weeks ago in San Diego. Great watch, love it. Staying with the divers, Seiko divers, an Orange Samurai. Unfortunately, this watch has never found its way into a daily routine, a daily wear rotation. I wear it sporadically at best, like literally like once every 2 months maybe. Or if I'm wearing a bright colored shirt, like in the summer or spring, it gets worn, but not very often. Nothing wrong with it. It's just, you watch guys know what I'm talking about. It just never found its way into daily wear. And speaking of daily wear, this is one of my daily wears. Seiko SBDC053, one of the Marine Master 62 Moss reissues with the blue dial and blue bezel. It's hard to see the blue bezel in some lights, and sometimes it almost looks green, but it's definitely blue. And I have it on the bracelet. I did the upgrade when I bought it on bracelet. I just didn't want the silicone strap. So this is, I can't say enough great things about this watch. Always have it. It's weekly on my wrist. And been in Mini Lakes and the Pacific Ocean as well. Okay, on to the Sarbs. Everyone knows this, the Sarbo 17 Alpinist. This is an original Alpinist, one of the old ones, not the new reissues that came out. I currently have it on a strap code oyster bracelet. This is in my top 5 wears, always have it on, and doesn't matter if it's a green dial. I never understood that. People have no issue with Rolex Hulk saying it's green. There's nothing wrong with a green dial watch. I wear this all the time. And my quintessential dress watch, anytime I go out or to a show here in Vegas, or anytime to a semi-formal or whatever setting, just going out on the town, I always wear the Seiko Sarbo 65 Cocktail. Again, the original Cocktail, not the Presage line. Not that there's anything wrong with the Presage. They're great watches, but I like having the OG Cocktail. I love this watch. I have it on an ostrich strap right now. And I'm gonna do these two together, and you'll understand. Both the Seiko SAR 33 and 35, these are my, when I wear a dress watch to work, it's gonna be one of these two, just depending on what I'm wearing and what color shoe and belt. Yeah, great dress watches. Probably will never leave my collection either. They're just great watches. The whole SARB line, iconic, I think. And before I get to the last three, I didn't, no watch collection is complete without an SKX 009 or 007, so I got them on. I had to pull them out of the watch box, and I didn't have time to sit there and shake them for whatever minutes, so I just put them on. So both SKXs on wrist, and I don't normally have two watches on, but purpose of this video. And these are currently my top three wears. This Certina DS PH200, simply because out of the blue, I just threw it on a NATO because I had it on that factory mesh strap, and I just never bonded to it. And then one day I just threw it on a NATO, and it completely changed the watch for me. So yeah, I've been getting a lot of wear out of this. And the last two have been very recent purchases. Well, one a purchase and one a birthday gift. First is the new Yema Superman Heritage 63. This is just a very cool, clean, vintage dive watch. And I bought this for myself for my 50th birthday. And I'm very happy with it. I've only had it for about a week, but just very happy with it. Love this watch already. Probably a forever watch. And last was a gift from my family for my 50th. It's Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot GMT. Yeah, still in the honeymoon phases. Well, both with the Superman and this Oris. So just, yeah, just love these two. Now this is a very hefty watch. It's an automatic GMT, so you can imagine if you've held one or worn one. So yeah, that's current state of my collection. Like I said, probably going to be going through an overhaul in the next month or so, downsizing and purchasing some new ones. So I wanted to document this now and get it out of the way. That way, when I do the next state of the collection, you'll see a big difference. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Please subscribe and like and leave a comment, and catch you in the next video. Thank you.